Hey sis, what if I told you that the key to building your kingdom business lies not in your hustle, but in your community? This past week was so incredible. I learned a powerful lesson about sisterhood, community, and support, and I want to share it with you. I pray this blesses you. Let's get it. Ready to build your kingdom business and make an impact? Are you overwhelmed with too many business ideas? Or do you find yourself supporting other people's dreams but neglecting your own? Hey, I'm Donna Cherie, a certified kingdom coach, author, and speaker. Welcome to Call for Business. I know what it's like to feel lost, stuck, and bogged down with information overload, but I discovered the power of taking one step at a time and doing business God's way. Inside this podcast, I'll teach you how to get your coaching business up and running, establish your business basics, develop a kingdom mindset, craft your first book blueprint, all while keeping God at the center of your business. It's time to get clear, sis. Move with purpose and unlock your full potential. Grab a notebook and pen with your favorite cup of tea. I pray this blesses you. Let's get it. Hey sis, real quick before we dive into today's episode, I want to share a review I received. Must listen podcast if you are stuck in the hustle and bustle of things and looking for a simple yet effective strategy to building a business with God. Donna gives practical steps to being profitable while not being overwhelmed. It's worth binging. From Odasia, from the podcast Call Her Profitable. Be sure to check out Odasia, and thanks so much, sis, for the review. All right, friends. So today I want to talk to you about community. The power of being in the right community, sis, is so vital. I have been in other communities before, online and in person, and it is so important to make sure that you're connected to the right people in the right community. I know firsthand how isolating the journey of building a business is, or even just navigating life can feel at times. There were moments in my own life when I tried to do everything on my own, believe it or not, believing that my success depended on how hard I worked or how much I could achieve by myself, just constantly being on the hamster wheel and just going for hours and days. And I wasn't really being effective. But what I realized, especially after attending the Becoming Retreat hosted by Francine Ivy, shout out to her, and the Consume coaching team, is that we were never meant to walk this road alone. The right community can pour into us, support us, and push us to go further than we ever could on our own. It's not just about connections, it's about finding people who truly get you and want to see you win, who will pray for you, cry with you, truly listen to you, and allow you to be vulnerable to share what's really on your heart in a safe place. And of course, being willing to receive that genuine feedback once you are in this community. So, what about you? What is your community looking like these days? There was a time when I was in a community in my earlier days of entrepreneurship, and I was seeking out online communities and just wanted to be involved with people who were like-minded and were ambitious about business and truly wanted to have a God-centered business. And during this time of being in this community, the people were great. The people that I was around, I got to know them. I won't get into all the details of the story, but there was a time where I felt like this community was no longer serving me well because I started seeing a lot of favoritism, and then I started talking to some of the people who we were in accountability group together, in which they were experiencing some of the things that I was, as well as feelings, and it just became kind of awkward because of this favoritism and just because we weren't looking for that support in which we truly desired. And I remember leaving a retreat feeling like I didn't even really learn anything, or I didn't really feel connected to all the people in the group. And I was like, dang, I just really feel like I wasted my money. And I just wanted more out of a community. I really did. So eventually, I had made a decision to take a step back from this community. And I even reached out to the leader of the community and, told her, thanks so much for the things that you have taught me, just giving a kind hearted, sincere message. And then, I canceled my membership. Well, I don't know if it was like a month later or how long it was later on, but I found out that the leader of the group had blocked me. And not only did she block me, but she blocked some of my other business besties at the time. And we were all just like, what in the world? What is happening? Like, how can you block someone just because they no longer want to be in the group? And maybe that wasn't her reason for blocking us, but that is how we felt because we didn't get a response, just letting her know that we were leaving a group or any words of encouragement or any blessing or anything like that. It was just block and that's it. And after that, it took me a while, I would say like even over a year, to really just re-engage in wanting to be in actual community, because I was like, you know what, if it's just about a dollar, like somebody wants me to be in their community just for money, that's not what I'm about. I want to be in a group where people uplift one another, where we pray together, where we can fellowship together, online, and still be about kingdom business and make genuine connections and friendships. I'm happy to say that, that I've moved past that place of where I was and just learning more about community and then being open again to finding that genuine community and also praying about it. So building a community, especially as an entrepreneur, is not easy, but it is essential. And I can honestly say that since I have found a community of people and friends and sisterhood, that it has helped me in so many ways, just in my confidence, with gaining clients, with learning new information, with being supportive and not just receiving support, but also giving support. So I encourage you, sis, if you're not a part of community or you've been in a community and things just didn't go the way you want, or you felt like you've been burned or pushed aside, just try it again, revisit it again. Ask God for the direction and the clarity in which He would have you to go to find the right community for you. Here are 3 steps to help you create or seek after a community that lifts you up and helps you to thrive. So, what I would tell you, number 1, is to be vulnerable first. Don't wait for others to open up. Show your authentic self and let others know it's okay to do the same. And I'm not saying like you have to spread all your business or anything like that, but just be vulnerable in conversation of opening up to someone. While I was at this retreat last week in Oklahoma, I had someone who I had never met before, and we just had like a genuine connection and conversation. She asked me a question, and even though I may not have felt 100% comfortable if I were to go on my feelings alone, but I knew that this was another sister in Christ, and I actually shared with her. Now, I didn't expect for myself to cry, but it was a cry of healing, and it helped me just to be open and to be vulnerable, and it really blessed me throughout that time. So I would encourage you to do the same. Be vulnerable first and just be your authentic self. Let people know what you're looking for, what you're about, what your values are. And then after that, make a decision. The next thing I tell you to do if you are seeking community is to seek out like-minded individuals. Surround yourself with people who have similar values and goals, whether online or in person. You can still meet people in person. That is still a thing. It is still relevant today. There's networking groups, there are social groups, there's volunteer opportunities where you can still meet and connect with like-minded individuals. It doesn't always have to be online. Whether online or in person, align yourself with those who understand your mission, who understand your values, who understand your goals and what you want to achieve in life, what you're about. And just be intuitive and ask questions. Ask those open-ended questions so you can see if this individual does have the same mindset of you as you, if you share the same faith, if you share the same values. And then from that, you can make a decision as to whether or not you want to engage with this person or within this community. And then the third thing is give more than you take. That's right. Give more than you take. The most powerful communities are built on generosity. So show up to serve, to encourage, to help others without expecting anything in return. If you do that, you will be so blessed. I'm telling you, generosity will take you so much further than just being a taker. Be that person who is generous and who's there to serve and encourage others. At the retreat, I had the mindset of not expecting anything when I was going. The only thing I was thinking about was, I'm here to serve, I'm here to show up, I'm here to support others. And in return, I was blessed in so many ways in which I did not even fathom before going to this retreat, like dealing with my own heart healing, meeting new people, dealing with friendships, forgiveness, so much, being encouraged, being important to, being prayed for. I mean, I laughed, I cried, I ate, I served, I listened, and just in so much. And from that, because I was generous in those areas, God blessed me so much more. And I now have a new freedom that I didn't have prior to going to the retreat. And that's also the power of community, that you can experience a new level and you can go deeper in God. Being in the right community, you can make new friendships and just receive so much more. But of course, even before all of these 3 tips that I'm giving you today, you have to be open. You have to be open and you have to have a desire to want community. And it's okay if you go to a community and it's not the right fit. Keep on, ask the Lord, and He will open up doors for you. So to recap, here are the 3 steps to help you find a community that uplifts you and helps you to thrive. And I guess the added bonus or the prerequisite would be to be open to community, to find a community. And then number 1, be vulnerable first. Number 2 is to seek out like-minded individuals. And number 3 is to give more than you take. That's it, sis. If you've been looking for a sisterhood or a community that truly gets you, I want to invite you to join my email list. You can head on over to donnacherie.com to join the community. I believe in the power of community. Let's build something beautiful together where we're not competing, but lifting each other up every step of the way. Head on over to donnacherie.com and sign up for my email list so that we can build a powerful, welcoming, God-centered community together. Until next time, sis. Ciao. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's episode inspired you to take that next step in building your kingdom business. Remember, small steps lead to big results. If this podcast has blessed you in some way, be sure to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. Your support means the world to me, and it helps others to find the show. You can also pass on the inspiration by sharing this episode with a friend who could benefit from this message. God bless you, sis, and never, ever give up.